Hey YouTube family and friend, in today's video I'm going to show you how to plant a bare root fruit tree. That's right, I did it again. Alright, inside I have a couple of fruit trees. Let's lay this bad boy down so we can go ahead and start this process. It's that time, let's go. Don't you love getting your fruit trees? And if you've never done this yet, it's time to start, so think about it. Alright, so here's my fruit tree. Here's one of them. This is the instant Korean giant. That's right, I paid a little more because this tree is further along, so that means it's going to put on fruit a lot sooner. Hopefully, not saying it's going to set fruit this year, but hopefully next year it will. And my other fruit tree that I have the Royal Crimson Cherry. All right, here, so I want you to make sure that you inspect your fruit tree. And I did notice that I have, and I always do, but hopefully it's not a big issue. But let me see if I can find it. I had some root damage. I trimmed one of them, but let me see. Here it is right here. So you see that's like basically completely broken right here. So I'll keep note of that, and of course I got it on a video right here. See, there's my proof. All right, so I'm gonna lay that down. Now the other thing that I see is that because of the warm temperatures, it is already starting to bud out. I didn't really want that to happen just yet, but the weather is what it is because it's February. We just had snow a week and a half ago. Now it's like 70 degrees. All right, so we gotta make it work, but let's go ahead and put these in some water, even though it comes with this nice, I don't even know what you call it, but it's nice and moist. So the roots are very, very moist. That's one reason why I like using this company. But I'm gonna put it in the water for at least an hour. You could go longer so that it can get hydrated, because we're just taking out of its natural environment. So we don't want to shock it too bad. So let's go ahead and get it in. All right, so all I'm gonna do is lay the roots in the tub, and I have rainwater. So let me get the other one. Like I said, you can put it in for at least an hour. You can go longer than an hour, but I want to try to get these trees in the ground. So I'm gonna just add some more water so that this will be up under there as well. But I'll get back with you shortly. Wait a minute, I almost forgot. I have some blueberries. All right, so I'm gonna stick those in here too, get them hydrated, because we're gonna try to get everything in here. And I do have one more tree from another company that I'm already got in water. So while the trees are soaking up that water, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this tree. So sad, because I got fruit off of it last year and the year before, but it has been dealing with blight for the last couple of years. So I'm trying to figure out, should I go ahead and take this up and put one of my Asian players in this spot. I want to make sure that there's no more danger of blight or anything else. I think I'll be good to go. Let me know what you think. But I did the scratch test, and I knew it was dead when I was walking by a couple months ago. Let me show you. Now, if you're having a hard time figuring out if your plant is dead or not, but you see that this is a lot darker than it was if you notice that on your own tree. And if you go over to my other trees, they should look like that. But you can do the scratch test. It should be green up underneath. You see that? That is not green at all. It is dead. D-E-A-D, dead. I can go to another spot. Same thing. So it's time for it to get out of here. So say goodbye. All right, I just got finished soaking these. This is my instant Korean giant. So I just look, it's right beside the other Korean giant. All right, so I'm gonna put this to the side for a second. And I have been making a mound right here, because I'm going to set the root ball on top of the mound. And if I had a lot of other roots, then it was just going to drape across down on the sides. And this is going to help with the other roots just being able to freely hang down and get ready to go into its new home. All right, so let me check it out. Oh, and remember, when you get ready to plant this, you want to make sure that your graft is 2 inches above the soil line. All right, so you see this is where it came out of the soil, so I'm gonna try to get it to that level. And if I'm kind of off, the only thing I'm gonna do is just pull it up a little bit gently so I don't disturb the roots. And I had to go ahead and use my pruners to cut off the damaged area. So I've already taken care of that. And if you need some good pruners, I'll put this down in the description. All right, so let me see how that sits. And we're gonna check from time to time to make sure that it is straight. I might leave it this way so you can see it. All right, let me turn it, we about ready. All right, so I checked the soil level and I can adjust it. So let me go ahead and get my soil and fill it in. Now, it'd be great if you can have 2 people to do it, to hold this, but you can do this with 1 person because I've done all my fruit trees that way. All right, so this bucket was the top area of this soil because my wood chips have broken down. And so this is the real rich dirt right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that in first, which was on the very top. So let me slide it on down if I can. Let me get some of the wood chips that fell out. Don't want to do that. All right, so and I'm gonna show you what to do in a second. I'm gonna get to the other side. I'm gonna try to fill in some of these air pockets. I'm gonna let it lean against me for a second. And this is what I'm talking about. If you had another person, it'd be a lot easier. But guess what? We still gonna get it done for sure. Because I can't wait to get some fruit off this fruit tree, because the Asian pears that we got from its sister over here was insane. Those jokers was that big. You've seen the video. If not, I'll put a link to that video at the end if you haven't seen it. But those things were awesome. I gotta get more, gotta get more. Now, I also want to tell you that what I normally do, I normally use my mycorrhiza, the mycos, but I was looking for over an hour, and I just had it earlier in my hand to do this video. And it is a mycorrhiza inoculant, which it helps with the shock factor when I put it into its new home, and it helps the tree uptake a lot of nutrients. So that's why I was looking for it for an entire hour. Now watch, when I get finished this, I'm going to find it. I'm probably going to dig this plant back up. That's just how much I really like that stuff. I'll put a link in the description also if you want to check it out and see what it does. But if you look at all my other videos, guess what? You know I'm using it. So all I'm going to do is fill this in, and I'll show you what the next steps are coming up. Since I don't have my mycorrhiza, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some mushroom compost, because I still have some, and I'm just gonna layer just a little bit. Now, when you dig this out, you do not want to take all the soil out and then put only compost in here. The reason why I'm telling you is because I've done that years and years ago, and my tree, the roots just circled around that compost, and I was wondering why the tree never grew. It never reached out, and it kept circling around and around, and then it died. So that's why you don't want to do it. So you don't want to trick it, because you wanted to get it used to its natural home, the natural soil, so that it can spread those roots out. All right, so the roots are already down. I'm just adding a layer of mushroom compost, so it's not gonna trick the tree. But don't just put all compost in the hole, because that will be bad. Trust me, I know. All right, so what I'm doing now is gently pressing down, not hard, gently, so that I'm getting some of the air gaps out, air bubbles. I want to make sure I do that. And I'm also checking to make sure that I got my tree straight. And I think I got it straight. I'm looking at it, double checking. So you want to do that. And now the next thing you want to do is grab your wood chips, your mulch, and bring it back around just like this, because you don't want your tree to your young tree to struggle because of all the other weeds that will try to take all the nutrients. We don't want that. And it holds in moisture, and that is going to be very, very critical when they're young. And you want to make sure you come out every 3 weeks or so and give it a deep watering to make sure that it stays happy, at least for the first year, and then you'll be good to go. And after that, they'll take care of themselves, mostly. Now lastly, all I'm gonna do is give it some rainwater, and this is also gonna help with the air pockets. I'm gonna try to close some of that, so I'm gonna put this whole thing down on it, and just to get it used to its new home, where it's gonna produce lots of big Asian pears. I can't wait. Like I said, I can't wait. Hey, do me a favor. Please share this video with others so they will know how to plant a bare root fruit tree so they can get some nice fruit in their backyard. And one other thing, I'm gonna see you in the next video right over here. We're about to plant blueberries. Let's go.